life's been pretty crazy lately. It's been busy and exciting and a little overwhelming. On February 22nd, we saw a horse trailer online, and the next day saw it and decided to buy it that day.
This is the future right here. That's a horse trailer owned by a real horse girl.
It's a real horse girl.
I'm pretty excited. I'm gonna build a house. It's gonna be crazy to see what we do with it, but I'm very excited. How do you feel?
A little overwhelmed.
Meanwhile, Kelsey is documenting the whole buying process. Got all of these out, and she decides to post that on TikTok, and people seem to like it, which is really cool. Got it. At first, we think we can salvage like a lot of the living quarters, you know, just leave it up and live in it how it is. But then we realized we really didn't like how it was set up. It didn't really utilize a lot of the space.
What?
These fucking jackasses.
So we jumped into demolishing the living quarters and had a little bit of trouble getting the main cabinets out. The panels came off pretty easy though. We were glad we took everything out because we realized that there were leaks behind the panels and leaks on the ceiling that needed to be addressed and patched. There was virtually no insulation in it at all. I was grinding on some of the back sections before I realized that we should probably focus on the interior first. So on another day when we were both together, Kelsey worked on JV welding some of the leaky sections in the ceiling while I chiseled out the floor. Now I had to do that because the bolts were so rusted onto the brackets of the floor.
Floor's out!
That I had to take vice grips to them, and that was probably my least favorite part of the whole demolition. Then there was a day where I worked on taking the trim off the outer side where all the leaks were coming in from, and Kelsey was putting in the subflooring.
It's hard because the wood's kind of like imperfect, you know?
Yep.
One of my favorite days was when Aaron and Cinnamon came to help. It was awesome sharing the workload and some beers with some helpful friends. Aaron is a roofer by trade, so he and I tackled spreading some roof coating on while the ladies started on the floor framing, and we all finished strong. I also got to add that Aaron was impressed that I had chosen the coating at all. He said with a couple extra coats, we should be golden.
Man, look at this man and his seriousness. He's so serious.
Next day we finished the vinyl flooring and it was off to visit Kelsey's dad to pick up her planer, her table saw, and a holy heap of free wood. Earlier in the demolition, I would say that a pry bar or the vice grips were my favorite tool, but after the visit, I was blown away by how much fun it is to use a table saw. That doesn't look like it's holding for Broke it off, again. I was able to get most of the framing done, then last week I was called to go offshore for a week. I actually did work quite a bit, but there was clearly some downtime as well. Once I got back, I finished framing the bed while Kels worked on some wall paneling, and we both added a lot of insulation. Then we had a picture day.
Look like a real work dog.
Taking pictures with the trailer with all of the snugs all together.
There you go.
Then we went to have a pool day with my dear old ma. We had a good time relaxing and hanging out in the water, and not a lot of troubles were on our mind. Then this week, I was able to get all of our wiring completely installed into the living quarters or the front area of the trailer, and a box frame built for where our energy system is going to go, including the batteries, the inverter, and all the electrical gear, basically. But with that, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Things are feeling a little more stressful than they were. Last week was going pretty well, and this week has been pretty hard. Tuesday night, the truck that we were planning on using to haul the trailer with was stolen from right out from under our noses. And unfortunately, the complex doesn't have any kind of security systems whatsoever, so the cops basically told us, we'll give you a call. Really feeling it right now. We gotta keep on going. The next step is to find a vehicle that will tow our gooseneck trailer, and things are starting to feel a little bit tighter, and we can't afford to stop and can't afford to quit. So any advice is helpful. This is the end of the video. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next video.